Hello ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year. The date is 5th of January 2013 and the time is almost quarter to 1 o'clock in the morning. I'd like to let you know a little bit about what's happening recently and what I've been finding out. As I had previously mentioned, once the matter was taken by the Home Office by MI5 to the court, and one of the options was to revoke my citizenship, another option was to be able to use the firearms at the same time in case I do anything which they were provoking me in order to get shot. And as they clearly know is attempt to murder, so what they have clearly done, they have, as I mentioned, Mr. Potkin was speaking to me at the time and saying they were helping me out, this is the situation, they have allocated the lawyer, the whole thing is going to go in my favor, and the court, they even says you don't have to come to the court, it's all done secretly. I even give them a copy of my driving license which was passed to a lawyer named Arash, which I believe is a lawyer who was allocated in my case. And the money, the compensation was agreed to be paid to these people, as I previously mentioned, to destroy me by any means they can for a second court to come up. So in order for them, it is on their best interest to either frame me for something or make me look as I am crazy or insane. So this is what they do. They're actually Iranians that they know what is actually going on, what has been happening. In order to win their mind and win their heart, they were offered millions, and that money were given to them in order to do something to me, to not to get to the court, which I said previously mentioned Mr. Potkin Azarmer, which he's the one who has been sending death threats 24/7, coming on our door and telling me with 3 other guys, which they were telling me, go and do whatever you like, talk to whoever you like, get any lawyer you like, go to any court you like, you're never gonna see this money. If you talk about this money, we're gonna do this to you, we're gonna do that to you. They advised the guy who lived with me, who was on the phone to them 27, which I can listen to the conversations. I use either different equipments or a standby and listen to the conversations, clearly tell them he knows about the money. What do you want me to do to him? What do you want me to do to him? He knows. Give him something to keep his mouth shut, give him something. And then he comes back to me and he tortures me by saying, I have a psychological problem, if you talk about this, we're going to take you to mental health hospital, we're going to give you some of those injections again, and many other things they do. So ladies and gentlemen, the time for people to drug me like Mr. Ali Malik Farnood and his wife to get a citizenships is over. The time for Mr. Potkin Azarmer, the time for Mr. Arash, the time for an Iranian group that has been hired, that the first attempt they've done, Mr. Potkin Azarmer, was to set me up for a rape clearly, and they have been fired millions to keep my mouth shut and torture me, which they have been and they are doing 24/7, is over. Nobody will take advantage from me at any cost. Nobody at any cost anywhere will take advantage from me. One of the biggest thing that I'm worried about, the second court that is going to come up, as I said, in order to get my name cleared, which they have been accusing me for having a sexual problem and mental health problem and a lot of other things. I believe the sexual problem has already been investigated, possibly, and my name must have been cleared, or it might be coming up on a second court, because at the first attempt they build up the case about me and they say he's got a sexual problem, he's got a psychological problem, he's a danger to the public, we have to revoke his citizenship and we have to use a firearm in order to stop him, and many other things that happen. People from Iranian embassy came over, people from different parts of the government came over, people from Home Office came over to me and says, don't worry, MI5 has to answer back to the Home Office, and we're not going to allow them to do this. This has been appealed. And I said, listen, they want to kill me, and I was really upset on that particular day. And the guy told me the only thing that can kill you at the moment is your belly. Start losing some of your belly, which I met the gentleman at the police station. If he's listening to this, I hope one of these people would understand, which the whole thing has been recorded and documented, but unfortunately the corruption level is so high so high that when they can't kill you, they'll fund the terrorist organization Mr. Potkin Azar Mehr. As soon as he received some of that money, will contact Imam Reza's mosque, Mr. Ali Reza's Mughimi. The very same person, one of the people who have made allegations about me, they've sent terrorists hired from that mosque, which I will go to the certain police station which I do not like to mention at this time, and I speak to the head of the CID, and they will put their full-time protection for me on that particular time. And MI5s are actually telling me, as I previously mentioned time and time again, we will kill you, we will kill you, but certain people are in your life at this moment of time, they do not allow us. The certain people are trying to help me. The money is not an issue, at no cost. If I get burnt alive, if I get cut to the pieces, I do not allow anybody to take advantage from me again. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever, at any cost. The people who are doing this to me, especially Mr. Potkin Azar Mehr, Arash, the lady called Faria, Miss Kamkar, which was telling me taking me through all these things, which I'll mention later on, who she was and how she came, and they will all come at the court. Every one of these will have to come to the court. The people who have got this money have to be charged for attempt to murder, attempt to set me up for a rape, plus many other things they have done, arranging my execution, as MI5 have done, while there was the option to revoke my citizenship, and many other things. They telling me, they come on my door and say, we will hide it on a National Secret Act and this act and that act. It has been documented. Documents are there. Government has access to these documents, and court will. You have got the money, and you were paid that money to kill me. You were paid that money to make me crazy. You were paid that money to keep my mouth shut by all means, in order not to take these people to the court, which is not going to happen. The biggest worry is this time that I have is the court will take place without me being in the court, just like the last one has been done. As I previously said, I was forced by the government to do certain things in order to try to make sure I will enter that court. But if it carries on like this, I would be forced again to do certain other things to make sure I would be in that court, and nobody will take advantage from me. Justice must happen. People who are out there and trying to help me, I do not want anyone to take advantage from me. Nobody will take advantage from Puya anymore. For 3 years they have tested drugs on me, tried to kill me, forced me to have sexual relation with certain other people. They were telling me, we do the exact same thing to you as you told us it happened to you in Iran. They were telling me you were taking advantage from a vulnerable girl or whatever, and we're doing all this to you. You deserve all this. People who have came in my life, and many other things which I do not wish to disclose. I'm suffering every day, every second, and every moment. These people have been chosen and have been paid to make me suffer every moment and every day, in order to the best outcome will come that I would commit suicide, or they will do something and make it that it was a suicide, as they have previously tried to do at the nightclub. When I climbed the building, they all gathered below the building and shouting, jump, jump, jump. The police have destroyed, will destroy all the evidence. They tell me we'll lock you up in the mental health hospital if you talk about this type of stuff, which they keep referring me to the mental health hospital. Police does, the corrupted police, which they are carrying out the investigation, and they have the whole thing in front of them. They still do that. I have faith in God, and I will never lose my faith in God. And I'll pray to God, and I would like God to make me strong, to not to let anyone take advantage from me. This is all I want. No advantage from me anymore. I'm not a tissue paper that I make people millionaires or give citizenship by losing my life, by being tortured, by being drugged. I'm not some sort of a puppet that UK government will pay millions, the money that should have come to me or whatever the amount is, in order to be tortured just to cover up the disgusting, unhumane and dirty actions they have done. So and I have nothing else to lose. At no cost people will take advantage from me again. Mr. Potkin Azamer, bring people on my door, send threats to me, come to my door with, I don't know, whatever, police officers or whoever you like. They can laugh at me, they can say we will hide this, you're fighting against a brick wall. They can say we will hide everything. You can send threats to me. You can tell the asshole lives upstairs to my house to keep come and tell me I have a psychological problem. They will send me to mental health hospital and they will give me more injections and stuff like that. This is a psychological torture, Mr. Potkin Azarmeh, and an Iranian group that have been hired. You have stolen that money, you have tried to set me up for a rape, you are currently working on a bigger setup to set me up for something, and I will commit anything that I have to do in order to make sure I would be in that court. I would be in that court. You're not gonna go to court without me this time, you animals. You heartless monsters. You animal like you. Mr. Potkin Azarmeh, just remember at the court, you might have to explain who Mr. Hussein was. Do you remember Mr. Hussein? Comes from Iran. Who is Mr. Hussein, Mr. Potkin? Who is Mr. Hussein? Who is he? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I speak to you soon.